Hi everybody, welcome back. It's day 3 here at Lake Eaton Public Campground and Day Use Area near Long Lake in the Adirondack Park. It's a rain day, so we're going to be hanging in camp, hopefully being able to have a fire, stay warm. This is our last full day here. We'll be packing up and leaving tomorrow. Alright, thanks for coming along everybody for our episode 3 of Lake Eaton in the Adirondack Park. It is in the Adirondack Park. We are at the height of the autumn leaf season. It is absolutely beautiful up here. Let's get back into camp and enjoy it. Good morning everybody. It is just 7:30 on day 3. I'm getting ready to start making breakfast. It rained all night. It's still raining a bit now, but it's not half bad. Coffee's on. And I'm feeling good. I had a good night's sleep. Slept late because of the rain. It's so comfortable to hear the pitter-patter of the raindrops on the roof. So right now I'm just sitting under my kitchen tent, listening to the trucks roll by down Route 30. There is some comfort in that. I do live close to the JFK airport, so I'm used to a little bit of noise in the morning. Alright, so today is going to be a camp day. I have to run down to the recycle center, get rid of some garbage and do some dishes, maybe take a shower, and the only plan I have is maybe to run into Long Lake and have a look at town, see what's there, and take some pics. That's it. It's vacation time. I did all the hard work yesterday. I spent last night underneath my tarp shelter, sitting by the fire. That was very nice. I fell asleep out here. Woke up at 10 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to try to start a fire now. I'm going to save my firewood for this evening, I think. And 2 fried eggs with some cheddar. And a couple of hash browns that broke up while I was cooking them, but that just makes them better. And I've got that all going on a sesame seed bun and a nice cup of coffee as we listen to the radio podcast.
This program is provided by your National Weather Service Office in Albany, New York.
That's my morning so far. I'm going to eat my breakfast. I'll be right back.
In Boston, fog was reported with a temperature of 63. It was cloudy with a temperature of 70 at Poughkeepsie, 72 in New York City, 65 at Rome, and 65 at Buffalo. At Burlington, rain and fog were reported with a temperature of 62. Again, the 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time hourly information for Eastern New York. Temperatures were between 59 and 62 degrees. Today, patchy fog this morning. Showers. A slight chance of thunderstorms this morning. Then a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Tonight, mostly cloudy, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. West winds around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, partly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Light and variable winds becoming southeast around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Saturday night, mostly cloudy.
It's just after 8:05 on day 3, and the rain has started coming down hard again. This is how it was most of the night. It was kind of pleasant. It stopped just enough so that I can get up, get out of bed, get dressed, make breakfast, and I'm sitting here with a hot cup of coffee. But there's really nothing better. I won't be able to have a fire this morning, but that's okay. I'll just sit here and listen to the raindrops. You're looking at what I'll be doing for a while, so just to say thanks for being here. If you'd like to, please give us a big thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Share with your friends. And please, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Back to the rain. Dishes are done. Time to get on with our day. We're gonna go out and take a ride in the car. The food is out. We just need to take these back and dry them out, put them away. And that is doing the dishes. Rain's starting again. Let's head back to camp. Good morning, everybody. It's 10:37 a.m. on day 3. The rain has stopped for a few minutes, so I took a ride into Long Lake. See what I can see. I see a plane. I believe it's called a Seaplane, right? Lands on the lake. I'm sure he could take you on some great adventures, huh? Today might not be the best day for it. So this is Long Lake. We're on a little strip of land in between the two sections of the lake. I'll put up a satellite map here, show you what it looks like. There's a lot of resorts here. There's a motel over there with a beach. There's another, the Adirondack Hotel across the street. This must be where the Seaplane does business out of. Call numbers N129PR. Beautiful red and white. Nice colors. Very Canadian. And all the fall colors. They're beautiful. Little docks to pull up to. This seems to be a public beach. Like a picture postcard. Nice to get away from camp. Gets a little monotonous just listening to the rain hitting the shelter. And the iconic Adirondack chair has what we've been hearing from camp and trucks coming through. Like I keep saying though, it's quite important. We'll get a nice long slow pan from this corner right here. Zoom in on this spot right here. Thomas Cole, American landscape artist. We met him at the Hudson River School of Art down in the Catskills. North South Lake, I believe. There was a whole display on him. He sure knows how to pick the locations. Very nice. Nice. Here's a little oddity. It's a historic steamboat called the Buttercup. They've got her all fenced in real well. Let's see if I can find a weakness. On September 12th, 1959, the lost Steamboat Buttercup was found on the bottom of Long Lake by amateur scuba divers. Interesting. It was scuttled by guides in 1885 because it was taking away their business of rowing visitors and sportsmen through the lakes in guide boats. Wow, interesting. Wish I could get a clear shot of that sign. There's the boiler. Controls. I guess Buttercup was putting people out of work. And this is your fate. Well, lesson to everybody, don't do it, huh? Crazy. Let's see if I can get a shot up over the fence, maybe. Boy, they made the fence very high. I should be able to crop that up. There's the screw. Every time I touch the fence, I make a big click, so sorry. Should have brought my selfie stick. Actually, it's in the car. Okay, with this camera, I can zoom in. There's the boiler and the controls. This is the Buttercup. It's an old guide boat, steam powered, that was scuttled by local guides who used rowboats to bring people around the lake and show them what's going on. So it was basically taking jobs. So they scuttled it and sank it. They found this I don't know, back in the 50s, I believe, on the bottom. Very interesting. There's the screw. The controls. Looks like a cup of coffee. At least with my bad eyes. So this is right behind the local government building. Open to the public. Not much to see. Okay, we're going to go see some waterfalls. It's next on the list. It's raining off and on, so I'm just ignoring it. Alright, thanks everybody. That's the Buttercup, old sunken steamboat. They got her all locked up behind a fence. So this had something to do with Dr. Thomas C. Durant from Hell on Wheels fame. Right? He's the guy that built the railroad. Well, half the railroad anyway. Steamboat Buttercup. I'll see if I can find this somewhere online and make it so we can read it without having to look through a fence. I guess people would destroy it if they didn't fence it off, wouldn't they? Alright. That is the historic Steamboat Buttercup. Here's an angle from the bow. Oh, it's another angle. Very interesting. And this is where it is. Put things in context. That's a local government building right there. I see some people looking out the window at me. Oh, time to move on before they call the police. Oh, this is where my map program took me. To the Deerland Canoe Carry to Racket River and Deerland Lean-to. And apparently to some waterfalls. We're parked up here. It's not supposed to be a very long walk, so let's do it. Not too bad for a day that I thought was going to be a washout. Getting to see quite a bit. Really enjoying the fall foliage. Gotta watch my step here. Okay. I'll see you at the end of this path. Okay, it's the bottom of this trail. The camera just said I've arrived. There's a pit privy up there, and there is a lean-to shelter right there, which we're going to go see on the way out. And this trail right here looks like it's going to take us over to the falls. No getting away from the trucks, though. You can hear them from just about everywhere. There's another lean-to right here. Let's see, hopefully no one's camping. I hate to be disturbing someone's privacy. Nice lean-to. Very nice. Fire pit right in front. String a tarp over the front of it. Even better, a piece of clear plastic in the cold weather. You can do a nice spot. Okay, a little more trail to hike down. I'm not hearing waterfalls. Now, even with all the rain we've been having the last couple of days, they're still in, I'm not going to call it a drought emergency, but they're talking a lot of drought on the Weather Channel, and the local PBS channel. Well, I don't see falls, I'm seeing a river, lots of rocks. It's a beautiful view, no doubt. The autumn foliage is absolutely perfect. We should lighten that up a bit. I don't know if I'd call these falls. Maybe if I go back up to where the lean-tos are, there's another trail taking me to where the falls are, because this is just peaceful water here. Okay, well, either way, it was worth the walk down for this view. Grab a couple of snaps with my cell phone. We'll be right back. Okay, we just passed by the lean-to that we saw on the way in. Let's go check out the second one, which is right over here. All right. Maybe not in as nice shape as the first one. What do we have here? Nothing like a bottle of cheap wine and a Coors. Hippies. How lovely, but the whole building is a little out of skew. Lots of graffiti. Paddling for Patriots. Always watching. Always watching. I'm going to check the map, see if we're closer to the falls here, or we should go back up the trail again. Well, it seems like we've seen all there is to see here. I think the water level is just very low. And normally you would come down these rocks and go out and see the falls, but there's really just not that much water. I mean, you could see, like on that log, that would normally be underwater. All these rocks would be underwater. And the falls will be down there. Which, if you walked out onto these rocks, you probably see. I'm not doing that today. When you're hiking solo, you have to make decisions, and safety is a big issue. Walking on slippery rocks alone on a backcountry trail isn't smart. So I've seen all I'm going to see here. Let's go back to the car, see what else we can find. Let's see if we can find our way back to the car. Okay, my mistake. We went to the canoe carry versus the actual parking area for Buttermilk Falls. That's why I couldn't find it. This is where we are now. Get better light on it over here. It is a perfect autumn day. Look at the beautiful color. Perfect time to be here. Okay, so this is the trail in. Ooh, someone lost the fanny pack. Now this should only be about 30 meters. Who would have a problem with this sign? I don't understand it. If you can't carry it out, then don't be here. Stay positive, John. Stay positive. Doesn't seem like anybody's here. There's no cars parked. So let's see what we can find. I can hear the falls. That's what I was missing at the canoe carry. I couldn't hear the falls. Alright, I see slippery rocks. So think about your steps. Try to imagine the pain of a twisted ankle. I'm seeing a picnic area over there. Yes, be very careful. These rocks are a bit slippery. Take this route instead. More of a staircase. Let's go where I get a good angle. See all the people holding on here. I've smoothed it out. This is not a so-called hidden gem. This is well known. Just about anybody who comes to Long Lake comes here. And why would I think I'm so special that I wouldn't come here? What a beautiful spot. I'm really concerned about these rocks. Alright, this is Buttermilk Falls. I'll shut up so you can enjoy. Let's see if I can work my way down there. This way. Yeah, the picnic area is right up there. What a great place to come with the fam for the day. Cost you nothing. Beautiful rocks. Look at the size of this one. We're getting closer. Again, like I said earlier, when you're doing this stuff alone, you need to think twice before you make every step. Think about the pain that you'd be in if you slipped on one of these rocks, twisted your ankle. and then had to walk out of here. Or crawl. So each and every step needs to be thought about. You don't want to rush into anything. You put an extra hand down. Try to keep at least 2 points on the ground at all times. It's much safer. Alright. You got a pretty nice vantage point here. Okay, here we go. Okay, down one more level. This all looks very, very dicey. Got nowhere to put my hands. Like right now I got one point on the ground. Not good. Okay. Let's go right out to this point. Woohoo! See what I mean? I don't like having only 2 points on the ground. Alright, I'm not going to go any further. I already came close to slipping. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit. Okay, here we go. Do a zoomed in shot. That beautiful color. Very cool. Alright, that's Buttermilk Falls. Now we've seen it. It was well worth the trip. And frankly, an accidental trip down to see the canoe carry and those two really nice lean-to camping sites in the middle of the woods was well worth the trip as well. It was a bit more of a workout than I bargained for, but it was beautiful all the same. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little adventure to Buttermilk Falls today in Long Lake, New York, in the Adirondack Park on a perfect autumn day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, give us a big thumbs up. Share with your friends. Comment below. And please subscribe. I believe there's a loon on top of that rock. Yeah, let's see if he takes off. Looks like he's gonna. Yeah, sure enough. He's going whitewater rafting. This is a little picnic area right by the Buttermilk Falls. Looks like there's another little trail going down that way. Looks slippery. You could even use the fire pit here and have a fire. Oh, on a cool autumn day. What a great spot, huh? Okay, well that was Buttermilk Falls. I hope you enjoyed the trip, the adventure in finding it. Now I just have to get out of here in one piece. Seems like the rain has slowed down a little bit for me, so I got lucky. And got another little picnic area over here. Beautiful. Some moss on the ground. Okay, another nice spot. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's get up to that trailhead. Let's get back to camp. It's almost time to get dinner started. That looks like the trail back to the road. Let's see where this one goes. Nothing much. Just a lot of water. There's a tick trap. So, if you are canoeing down this body of water, I'm thinking of the Racket River, this is your canoe carry. This is where you best get out before you go over the falls. Well, that's what that sign says. Yeah, definitely a place to pull your canoe out right here. Attenzione, falls ahead. Unsafe to navigate beyond this point. Oh, it's pretty good advice from what I saw. Looks like someone had a fire right here. Past that point with your canoe, or else you might not be coming home. The point of no return. Alright, that does it. Thanks everybody. Thanks for spending your time with me here today in the Adirondacks at Buttermilk Falls. It's a fun little place to explore on a rainy day while camping. I was getting a little stir crazy hanging around camp. So this is a good diversion. And, now it's time to get back. Be a tough canoe carry, to be honest with you. Back on track. I'm glad we took that little diversion. Well worth it. It always is. This is the way back to the parking. Okay, we made a quick pit stop at Stewart's on the way back. Got me some cinnamon buns and some tater chips, as well as a bottle of fuel for my alcohol stove. Can't believe I just spent $4 on a bottle of fuel that I normally get for $1 when I buy by the case. But when in need, everyone's got to make a profit. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. It's enough exploring for one day. Nice to be back in camp. It's still raining, but I'm not feeling it anymore. It's good. It's the way it's supposed to be. Alright, next up, coffee. Hi everybody. It is 11 minutes after 5 o'clock on day 3. We just got through some of the worst of the rain that I've seen since I've been here. It came down very hard, and I was actually able to cook a couple of burgers for an early dinner. and I managed to keep the fire alive through the storm. But I didn't want to break out the electronics. It was raining very, very hard. You see, I built a little bit of a shelter with my kindling and my wood over the fire, just enough to keep it alive, and I put the grill on top, and I was able to cook a couple of burger patties, and I made a quick dinner. The rain has slowed down now. It's still raining, but not nearly as heavy as it was about an hour ago, so I didn't do any filming. I just didn't want to take a chance. And I was busy just keeping dry. It was very loud. It wasn't very windy, just heavy, heavy rain. I didn't hear any thunder. Wound up just wolfing down a couple of burgers just for sustenance, nothing fancy. Right now I'm making a cup of coffee, and I'm going to have a cinnamon Danish for dessert. So it's not a total loss. I just checked in with home. They're looking forward to me coming home tomorrow, as I'm looking forward to getting home tomorrow. I'm going to make a couple of stops on the way home, do a little bit of exploring, because if I leave here at 11 o'clock, that's going to put me back in New York City traffic at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday night, which is a real mistake. Anybody who's from the tri-state area knows better. So I'm going to try to stick around the Adirondack Park and do some exploring. I'm going to go check out another campsite that's not too far away from here called Lake Harris. And there's some dispersed camping in that general area that I'm going to try to go check out. With all this rain, I'm afraid maybe the roads might not be so good, and I'm not really driving a great off-road vehicle today. I'm driving a little Honda CRV, which is all-wheel drive, but you know, it's not all that in the mud. So we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely be able to get to the campground, maybe do a site tour there, check out the facilities. And it's in a beautiful little town that I'd like to check out. There's lots of little trailheads and fishing accesses to check out. So that's how we're going to spend some time tomorrow. And I'm planning on staying here until the required exit at 11 a.m. and then spend a couple hours exploring before I take off for home, hopefully between 2 and 3 o'clock. Now that'll get me into the city by 8:30, which is better than 5, hopefully. And we'll see how it goes. But keeping to more current events, I've got my coffee. The water's boiling on my alcohol stove over by the picnic table, and I could use a cup of coffee right now to warm up from the inside out. And this fire is starting to take off again. And that should warm me up. I'm muddy, I'm cold, I'm wet, but I'm not complaining. I'm still in a beautiful place. Having a nice time. Thanks so much for being here. I'll be right back. Yep, nothing like a nice hot cup of coffee on a rainy day. I'd like to get some dry clothes on, but I'm going to be sitting out here in the rain for another couple hours, so might as well just tough it out. Get ready for bed in a couple hours. Turn in nice and early. That's a good plan. Right now I'm just enjoying my coffee. The fire feels good on my feet. Like it's starting to feel it drying out a little bit. But at the same time I'm getting rained on. Oh, having a cheese Danish for dessert. Try to lift my spirits. One thing that's beautiful though is the autumn foliage. It's been the star of this whole trip. Everywhere I go, I'm just amazed at the beauty. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. I'll be back in a little while. It's pretty laid back time right now. I'm going to be sitting by the fire for a couple hours. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'll be back soon. Well, the rain finally stopped. I figured we'd come down and have a quick look. At the moment, the time is 6:25 on day 3. And it is calm, and the water looks like glass. reflections. Let's see if we can get that color to come up a bit. There we go. Still a bit of fog over the tops of the mountains over there, but the water is smooth as glass. Very pretty. We managed to keep the fire going. It's starting to dry out. It's super muddy. Alright, back into camp. We got some new neighbors down there. A new Rockwood trailer came in. They're coming in for a nice weekend. They're going to get some good weather. My next task is to start putting some of this stuff away that we're not going to need. But there's not much I can do ahead of time, really. Nothing that I can't handle in an hour or two in the morning. So, just sitting here listening to the local public radio station, Drivel. And we're keeping the fire going nice and warm. Well, that's all I have to report for now. We'll go out the 6:30 report. I'll give you another report before we go to bed. And that should do it for day 3. It was a busy day, so that should be plenty. Thanks for spending the day with me. I know this one may be a bit on the long side. And don't forget to like on your way out, comment below, share with your friends, and if you'd like to help the channel to grow, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.